For this recipe, we need about a pound of low-fat cottage cheese, and we're gonna puree it. And we're gonna add vanilla protein powder to it. So you could use any brand of protein powder that you want. I ended up getting the Orgain Sport vanilla just because this recipe that I found, that's the one that they use. And actually, like I think it tasted really good. There was no kind of funky aftertaste with it. So you're not going to use a ready-to-drink shake. You're going to actually use the powder. So let me move my food processor over to camera so you can see what we're doing. All right, here we go. So in goes our cottage cheese. And then to it, we're gonna add a 1/4 cup of maple syrup and some vanilla. I like to try to use a lot of the same ingredients in my demo. So vanilla we've used now in 2 recipes. And we're gonna blend this. I don't know from like this angle if you can see that it's a lot smoother than it was. And I'm just gonna put this in the bowl here. And so you're not gonna blend it with the protein powder. You're gonna like fold it in. So the recipe said a 1/2 cup of powder, which ended up being 1 scoop. So I actually took the scoop that came with the protein powder itself and measured it. A lot of them are pretty standard, but I would just recommend double checking your measurement. All right, so that's in here. I have the protein powder. I also have almond flour. So the issue when you're making cookies and people want to eat the raw dough, there's typically raw egg, which, you know, it poses a health risk. And then there's also raw flour in there. And I don't know if a lot of people are aware of this, but you can get salmonella and E. coli from eating raw flour. So the almond flour, there's not that same food risk. So you can technically eat it raw. And we don't have to worry about E. coli. So we're gonna mix, actually, I'm gonna put it in here. We're gonna mix this together. And then if you have morsels in your pantry, it could be chocolate morsels, it could be butterscotch, it could be cinnamon, literally any flavor you want. When you think about cookie flavors, I mean, the sky is the limit. The original recipe called for a whole cup of morsels, but I thought that was just too much. So I decreased it to 1/2 cup, and I think that's totally fine. And I have cinnamon ones, and I also have butterscotch. So I have butterscotch already measured out. So as soon as this is all blended, and I tell you, this one, it really did taste like cookie dough. Sometimes I look at these recipes, I'm like, there's no way that's gonna taste good. This one did, I promise you. I promise you like it, if you like cookie dough. If you don't like cookie dough, then you're probably not gonna like this either. But maybe, if you're not a cookie dough person. All right. And then we're adding in, see, like that already looks like a lot, and that's about 1/2 cup. So, and then this one, as soon as I'm done mixing it, it's ready to go. You can eat it. You don't have to freeze this. You don't have to refrigerate it. You can just eat it. And compared to the ones that are in the store, you get a lot more protein. And if you wanted to further decrease the chips, you definitely could. But look at that. It's just you just put the lid on and put that in the fridge. And then when you need a little like sweet treat, I did put a little plug for American Heart Association sugar guidelines, because some people are worried about added sugars. And it does fall within the sugar guidelines. So it ends up being about 61 calories from added sugar. And it's 185 calories. That almond flour is not low calorie. So that's what's kind of adding the calories to it, because we're using low fat cottage cheese.